Ladies and gentlemen, here we are on the return episode of DRW Newscast, but this time it is a special newscast because this is the very first ever Q&A thing for the newscast that I believe anyway. We are just 2 hours away. We are 2 hours removed from the return episode of Smashdown. We had tons and tons of great matches. It was great talent just overall. I mean, the fans were ecstatic. We were live in Kansas City, Missouri, at the Sprint Center, and I gotta say, as a wrestling fan, in the back watching the matches go down, it was a great night here at the Sprint Center in Kansas City. And the return episode of Thursday Night Smashdown, uh, we opened up the show with a huge tag team match, non-title. The tag team champions, the Twisted Sisters, took on the top contenders, the American Saints. After a grueling match, the Twisted Sisters would pick up the win. Then we saw a three-way: Sting versus Dominic Holmes versus Victor Wolf, where the winner got a spot in the Extreme Rumble match. And after a hellacious triple threat match, Victor Wolf would get the win, and then Bullet Club and the New Prime would come and get in everybody's business. Then it was a epic ending of a feud. It was GVD versus Josh Knight in a last man standing match, and of course, Josh Knight getting the win. Then an international four corners match: Shinsuke Nakamura versus TJ Storm versus Hyro Peace versus Dirty Mike. Dirty Mike, after several Delaware drillers, would pick up the win. Then in an epic rematch, it was Torrance Banks versus Warlord Victor. Torrance Banks would pick up the win. Warlord Victor would walk away with an injury. Then in the first of three main events that night, Lethal Intent would take on Jose and Anarchia, the new Latin movement. Lethal Intent would pick up the win. The next time Smashdown goes live, February 11th, we will see Lethal Intent versus the American Saints, where the winners will go on to fight for the DRW Tag Team titles. It'll be a number one contenders match February the 11th. Then in the co-main event, it was Susie Spitz versus JM Punk and a battle of respect. JM Punk did not make it to the show due to personal reasons, so that match was scrapped. In the main event, it was Tyler H versus Sean Ripper, and after a brutal, hellacious match there, it was the Bullet Club to come out and tear both of the men apart, help Tyler H get the win. Then Chris Zero would drop Tyler H with the package pile driver as well, and then he would tell Sean Ripper that at Extreme Rumble, he comes to an end. Tyler H, welcome to the phone call, as you will be my interviewer for the Q&A part. First of all, welcome to the show. It's been a minute since you've been here. How do you feel? I mean, after everything that happened tonight, how do you feel, and how was your night?
It actually went pretty well. I mean, first smash down the year, and, what a way to actually end the show with, obviously, Bullet Club, getting on me again. I mean, this feud between me and Bullet Club has been going on for a long, long time. I truly want it to end sometime, before 2015 is over, but, this is what Bullet Club does. They want to take over, and, they want to try to end, superstars' careers, and, try, keep on screwing them out of the titles like they've done to me, but, they're power hungry, and this is what they're trying to do to this company. And do it to me, even though I want to go up to the Elite World Heavyweight title, and I've already, I'm going to do the impossible and do that the Extreme Rumble, even with me being the number one entrant, and it's inside Hell in a Cell. I'm going to do the impossible and win it, And I hope that you put an end to Sean Ripper, because he's done something to this company that, it's obviously personal, but, Sean Ripper's done it for the Rumble, and I don't care about Sean anymore. I've already put an end to him, because Bullet Club actually gave me the win over him, and then Zero gave me a package power job, it means Zero have already had a long history already, and let it continue. It's one of the best feuds I hope we have in our best match of the year. So, this is going to be a long road for me. It's not going to end, but sooner or later the Bullet Club will end. I can already promise you that.
Well, we talked about the return episode of SmashDown, and I've already announced that the next time SmashDown goes live will be February 11th, and I haven't really announced the arena yet, and I haven't really came up with that. You announced earlier on Twitter that you were going to be the interviewer for the Q&A session, so let's get those questions under roll. I know you're on a time cut right now, so let's go ahead and get those questions under roll. What questions do you have for me?
Well, first of all, we've gone over so many times of doing SmackDown all over the place, around the United States, but, you think we'll be taking SmackDown internationally to different countries? I mean, because, we go to different countries for pay-per-views, we always have the 1-year anniversary show, and, we're in both from Jerusalem, but will we take SmackDown internationally?
With me, when I created the International Junior Heavyweight Division, some people say, oh, it's just for entertainment, it's just, to get those international names known. And no, actually, for every time I pick up a nationality, I picked up Nakamura from Japan, I picked up TJ from India, Warlord Victor from India, I picked up, actually I think TJ's from the Philippines. I can't remember, but I picked those guys up because they were gonna help us. Excuse me, they're gonna help us promote all over the world. So, we saw Lethal Paradise be held in Kolkata, India, and actually I'm looking forward to going back to Kolkata, India for SmackDown February 11th. That's where I'm gonna try to take us. If not, I was thinking of the Corrigan Hall for at the Tokyo Dome for SmackDown, and if I couldn't get that cinched, we were gonna go to Pittsburgh Square in Russia, home of former DRW superstar GVD. As we all know, his contract came to an expiration date today. I want to take SmackDown there. So the answer to your question is yes. I'm looking forward to taking SmackDown International as well.
We've already had a lot of superstars depart from DRW, and obviously JVD is one of them. Sean's gonna be another after the Rumble.
Yep.
We already have a lot of superstars already coming back. Like Justin Blackwood and all. But we're for SmackDown, we're able to get more talent in the DRW. Where do you see where do you see, you have Mark Jacobs as a world champion. Do you see him actually being world champion much longer, even though this is his first time being world champion? Do you see him having a long reign this year?
That's actually a very popular question because most people, oh, new champion, it ain't gonna be very popular. Actually, when I put the title on Mark, everybody felt that as if he was ready. He was going to be the next big star to break out and to finally shine after 2 years being held down. And when I put the title on Mark, I felt that he was ready. I aligned him with the Bullet Club to give him a little bit more of stardom. Because popular belief says that we were holding him back. No, I was actually trying to boost him up. And honestly, as I look at him now, I honestly don't think he's ready. His biggest test, JM Punk had told me, he called me this morning, he said, hey, I'm not making it to SmackDown, but I will make it to Extreme Rumble for my world title match. So, if he gets past JM Punk, his biggest test is probably March 1st at Beer Bash, and in my opinion, I think that's where he's going to lose the title, because Susie Spitz, she's just like DMG. She's going to be a force to be reckoned with, along with, Key Morbid coming into DRW, making her debut in DRW. I think she's a big threat to be, dealt with, because she's a former international junior heavyweight champion. She was this close to being tag team champion. She won the #1 contender spot at Lethal Paradise, and now at Beer Bash she gets her title shot. Do I see him holding the title much longer? If he makes it past Punk, I don't see him making it past March 1st. But if he does, stars. Who do you see coming back, and who do you see actually walking away? Kind of how you said with JM Punk. Who do I see coming back? Well, yeah, as everybody knows, Alex Fame was out with an injury, so of course I see Alex Fame coming back. I see Knox coming in with one more big, legendary, iconic run before he finally retires. I see Adam Rush coming back. I see one more DMG run, and I see one more Firestar Hart run uh, before all those legends retire. Now, who do I see leaving DRW? Uh, leaving slash retiring. This is my final year. You know, I've made it. I've made it publicly known. This is my final year. I will not see a Dark Mania 3. I will not wrestle in a Dark Mania 3. I will see a Dark Mania 3. I will be writing it, but I will not be competing in it. This will be my last Dark Mania. I may compete in a few more pay-per-views before I finally call it quits after Dark Mania, but I know this is my final year at Dark Mania. So I know I'm gonna retire. I know you've talked about it once or twice, but I don't quite think you'll retire this year. This could be Torrance's final year. I don't know where he stands with that. We haven't really talked about retirement, but I honestly think this could be his final year. Uh, Kind of a comeback retirement thing. I see this being Austin Uhaw's final year. I don't know if he'll ever make another appearance in DRW, but if he does, I know it'll be one of his final ones. Uh, this is Messiah's final year, I believe. I think he said something about that. Sean Jersey, I think this is Sean Jersey's final year before he finally retires. I mean, it's a big year for, DRW, because there's going to be a lot of legends retiring, a lot of new guys stepping up to take that place, the new generation, and I'm ready to pass the torch. I've been ready for a long time, and I see now this year is the best year to do it. And a few icons are going to stick around to make sure that everything goes smooth before they finally step down. But you know,
I mean, I'm not going anywhere for right now. This ain't my final one for a while. I mean, even though I am getting married, next May, that doesn't mean I'm not going to go anywhere. I mean, I might have to take some time off next year, but I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm not leaving DRW at all, because I want to help, the younger generation. The guys that are stepping up, and you guys are going to be going, coming up. But I do want to at least have one more match with you before you retire. Hopefully, it'll be at Dark Mania this year. But I do, I don't see Austin coming back at all. I do see Jam Punk, having a few more matches this year before he's done. Same for DMG. I know I've faced DMG so many times in the past. I have faced Firestar. I faced Messiah. I basically faced almost the entire Legends roster already. But this is Messiah. I think this is definitely his final year. Torrance, I do see him having maybe another year left in him, and he'll probably become world champion before he's done. Same for Firestar, whenever he does come back, and I do see Adam Rush come back. I do want to at least have one match against him. And he might become world champion himself again. But whenever he does come, because me and him had a hell of a rivalry, over the past year. But I'm gonna at least train a lot of the big time new generation stars. This is gonna be a new era. It's like NXT or WWE. New guys. Like John Cena, once he's gone, you guys come in, like Adrian Neville and everything, and then Kevin Owens on them guys. This is DRW. Where Legends is gonna be gone, you guys come in, start to train them.
and there's
obviously we're nothing like WWE, but this is our new generation of guys.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly see, I see a lot of new guys coming up. Some of them are flash in the pants, and some of them have stuck and clicked with the DRW universe and the DRW galaxy. And just everybody loves some of the new guys. And one of the guys that are like that, Dirty Mike. He came in. I thought he'd be a flash in the pan, and he's clicked. PJM of all people, he clicked. Just Christoph Shy, the American Saints are back together. That's going to be a big thing in the next year. 2015 is looking up for them. Lethal Intent. I thought they would be flash in the pans. I recruited them from Chris Knox, and as promised, they delivered. They're in a tag team title 3-way at Extreme Rumble against the Twisted Sisters and Team India. And, you know, the KYD, he could be a flash in the pan. Zach Hollywood, and one guy that really surprised me, Densetsu no Sentoki. He's clicked pretty well. Jay Styles, you know, a veteran of the International Junior Heavyweight Division. He's looking forward to getting that belt back from Davin Charmer. But then there's TJ Storm in that match, and Justin Blackwood's returning. I honestly think this is Blackwood's third title reign. And, you know, me versus Sean Ripper, that's going to be an epic match. Mark Jacobs versus JM Punk. And then here's the Extreme Rumble match. And honestly, my pick to win this, kind of a dark horse to win it, and I know not a lot of people are okay with it. I don't even like the guy. I hate the guy. Me and him, we don't get along at all. But ever since he announced that he's in the Rumble, a lot of big things have been happening. I think Josh Knight's going to take it. I honestly think this is Josh Knight's year.
The odds of me actually winning are like far from none because of me being number one entrant, but I'm saying I'm still going to do the impossible. If it actually does come down to me and Josh Knight in the final two, you know, I don't like the guy at all, to be honest with you, but you know, he is one hell of a superstar and all. I know he's been back and forth with DRW, but you know, this is my time to become the Elite Warrior champion. You know, at least want to become Elite Warrior champion before I retire myself. Even, you know, plus I'm going to the Hall of Fame this year. You know, and I want to have the opportunity to main event at Turkmania. And if it is against you, you know, that's the big main event for me. Last Darkmania was against JM Punk, and this year I wanted to be for the Elite War title. And if I have to go through 29 guys to do it, that's what I'm going to do. You know.
Well, I mean, Tyler, I don't want to really cut this any shorter than what I need to. But I want to thank you for coming along on the show and interviewing me, doing this Q&A session with me. I'm going to try to get to doing these more often. No promises. I have a busy life. Pretty sure right after this I'm probably going to film Attitude for those of you who watch that. Be sure to tune into that. This has been DRW Newscast. Good Q&A session. Be sure to tune in 2015, February 1st, Madison Square Garden, New York. It is Extreme Rumble. Be there. February 11th, we're coming back for Thursday Night Smashdown. I'll announce the arena in the next week or two. Thank you. Thank you, Tyler, once again for joining me. Thank you, DRW Universe, for always sticking by me, always watching my videos. Thank you. I appreciate you. I love you guys. Tune in the next video. Thank you. I don't see him walking out Santa Carla, California as world champion. So no, I don't see him being champion much longer.
Obviously, Mark Jacobs, he comes out almost every night and talks about how he's going to be the top dog in this company, how he's going to remain champion through Darkmania and everything. And he said, he's a true main eventer. He wants to go up against me, obviously, which I don't mind. I've beat him once before, and he wants to beat the top dogs in this company. He wants to prove everybody wrong. But I just don't think it's his time really to be world champion. But
and actually, I'm kind of glad you brought that up because many people feel as if Tyler, you're not ready to get back in that title scene. And we've seen you as world champion before. We've seen you as a pure champion, chronic champion, tag champion. You've been all over the world. And actually, I wanted to announce this because the main event, February 11th, Thursday night SmackDown, hopefully in an international arena. I'm going to try my best to book Tyler H versus Mark Jacobs for the World Heavyweight title. Uh, if Mark Jacobs makes it past JM Punk February 1st, so there you go. You get your world title match possibly if Mark Jacobs makes it past JM Punk at Extreme Rumble. So just kind of wanted to interrupt you there to make that a huge announcement. Write that down on your calendar. But yes, continue on.
Well, talking about GM Punk, I know he's been having personal issues outside of DRW, which is understandable and all, but how long do you see GM Punk still staying with DRW? I mean, he's been there for a long time. I faced him once. He shortened my career a little bit back at the first Dark Mania, which I had to take time off afterwards, obviously. But do you see GM Punk actually going for a long title reign, or do you see his time fading?
As I've known JM Punk a long time. We go way back in Attitude, and we've had a couple matches, and we've battled for the world title before on numerous occasions here in DRW. And JM Punk's he's a special type of talent. I have all the respect in the world for JM Punk. I've never said anything negative about JM Punk, and as far as I know, he's never said anything negative about me. And he's a great talent to have around. And as I've matured in this company, I've seen him mature in this company. And I honestly see him somewhere down the road, maybe February 1st, where he's going to get his big break. Maybe he's going to win the world title. I mean, he's got some personal issues to deal with right now, and that comes first. You have to have yourself under control before you can have your career under control. So if he has his head on straight and everything's going for him February 1st, I see him walking out as world champion. If not, maybe he takes some time off. But when he's gone, he's never gone long. So I feel like he'll be around for a while. I'm gonna try to talk to him soon, try to get him to sign a multi-year contract with DRW, see where he stands there. I mean, if not, and if retirement's an option for him, I wish him the best of luck. I'd probably induct him into the Hall of Fame because for everything he's done. He's contributed in some of the best matches here in DRW, some of the best feuds. JM Punk's a good guy.
You're speaking of superstars. Do you want to talk about the Sean Rivers situation?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I got time.
And obviously, I didn't see it coming either. He had left, for several months, and he came back saying, I'm ready, I'm back, I want to go after the title and everything, and then this personal situation happened. Do you want to talk about it?
Well, for the people at home that are just now tuning in to and ask what happened between Sean Ripper and Chris Duro, the owner of DRW. Me and Sean Ripper, we've been friends for a long time. We haven't been friends since day one in DRW, but since around the first pay-per-view, pretty much day one of DRW. He was there. He's been there. And the first time he took time off, it was for his college, so I wasn't mad. I told him to take time off. I wanted him to take time off. Get ready. He came back. He had a little bit of a run. A little bit of actually a great run. Now he's going into the Hall of Fame, I mean, he's been in the Hall of Fame. And, he comes back and, yeah, shit happens, and, things got sour between us. And, it really all started when him and Jake had a little bit of a beef. Well, I say a little bit of a beef, but it was actually a huge escalated ordeal. And Sean Ripper told Adam Rush that he needed to kill himself. He needed to off himself, and that's never okay. I'm not gonna lie. I took it as a small deal, and I've apologized several times to Adam Rush for it. It was very immature of me to do that, to take things into that and belittle it, because that was a big ordeal. I should have squashed it thin. And then he did it again, and he did it again. He kept running his mouth, and then just a few weeks ago he pops off the mouth and saying that I booked myself to win. I never earned anything. And then he brings up my mother, my ex-girlfriends, my ex-fiancés, and my whole personal life that nobody had any business knowing. And yeah, I've been going through stuff, but I haven't let anybody in DRW know it. I mean, some people know it, you, Pam, and some people know it. Select few know it, but not everybody knows. I don't air my business out there, and I don't want my business aired out there. So, originally I was going to suspend him, but, things got escalated. Some more words were said. He wouldn't cooperate with me. So, we stopped talking, and that escalated into me terminating his contract. And we've been talking again, and we've came to a closure about the situation that happened. He hasn't talked to me about getting another contract with the DRW. I don't know if that's something he wants to do, and if it is, maybe we can talk about it. But he ain't gonna be around for a while. I mean, I see him probably missing Dark Mania if that's what he wants to do. If he wants to come back, because I won't put up with the disrespect from anybody anymore. He will sit out the suspension if he comes back, and it's not a personal hatred thing. I do it to anybody because I was willing to do it to He-Man, who I guess is gone. I do it to Warlord Victor. I do it to GVD. And that's another guy that just kind of left, and he left because he chose relationships over DRW, and that's cool. It's whatever. And if he ever wanted to come back, I'd make him sit out a 30-day suspension. Sean Ripper's on a 60-day if he comes back, because this isn't strike one. And with GVD, it really wouldn't be strike one, but I'm not gonna. All of his shit's kind of stupid to go over. And with you, everybody thought you were gonna leave after you got hooked up with your fiance, but you stuck around, and that's cool. I'm glad he stuck around because you're a really big draw. Whether anybody wants to say it or not, you're a huge deal in this world. So I mean, the Sean Ripper deal, it's to me, it's not a big deal now, but I will handle things as a businessman should. And if he wants to come back, he'll sit out a 60-day suspension.
Yeah, maybe an engagement and everything. I didn't want him to even start talking about crap about my fiance either, because
I mean, it's nobody's business. It's your
it really
personal
would have
life.
got really personal between me and him.
Exactly. I mean, I completely understand that. I mean, that's your personal life. Like, I don't want my personal life aired. You don't want your personal life aired. And I completely understand that. I actually condone that. And I love when people do that. I love when people say, I don't want my personal life aired. We don't come here to be personal. We come here to have fun and to do what we love.
Yeah, man, I come here to play the gimmick of one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, Triple H, and be just like him. Not talk like him and everything, but just be like him. What he's done for WWE. I know he's a hated guy, but I'm here to be a good guy, a good side of him. But we are here to have fun and entertain everyone. But we're not here to get personal. We're not here for drama and crap and threaten people's personal lives. We're here to entertain people and show them what we got. We're here to become champion. That's what I've done ever since day one.
And I'm kind of gonna move on with the questions here. And it's kind of a question I got a few days ago that I've been meaning to talk about in a Q&A session I was gonna do, and I decided to do one tonight. One of the top questions I got asked was, with all the people that's like left over the year, over the almost 2 years of DRW, and over the guys that have became big